It is time for the second keynote session of the day one of the Communication Summit. The topic of the keynote session is The Power of Positive Change by the incredible Marie-Claire Maalouf, Executive Creative Director, Impact BBDO, United Arab Emirates. Marie-Claire holds a master's degree in creative advertising and works in the capacity of creative director at Impact BBDO. She has been with them for over a decade, working on their wide range of global brands including Mars, PepsiCo, Johnson and Heinz. Her work has been recognized at global festivals including Dubai Lynx, D&AD, Adfest, Global Cristal Festival, MENA Cristal, Effies and Cannes Lions. She has even backed a real lion. Can we have her session on screen, please?
Okay, let's start with an experiment. For the next 30 seconds, think about anything that you want to think about. You can think about the most recent sports game, that funny viral video you watched today, a conversation you had with your best friend, or what you're having for lunch. That's probably what I'm always thinking about. But whatever you do, don't think about a pink elephant. No cheating. I'll wait. It's hard, isn't it? So you see, it's very hard to tell somebody, don't think of a pink elephant and not to think about it. So your words can control the brain chemistry at will. And at the moment, most of us do not control our thoughts because we are not trained like that. And if thoughts and words are powerful, it might be time to choose well. How many of you are under stress? How many of you do more than 5 activities and juggle with time and you don't even know it? Stress is a killer. It is important to see how our words affect our brain chemistry. Negative thinking triggers a little bump of cortisol into the central nervous system and the bloodstream. What is cortisol? It's a stress chemical. It helps prepare the body for the fight or flight response. And adrenaline. Cortisol can shut down the activity of your prefrontal cortex of the brain, thinking logic, problem solving, because your resources has been directed to a more primitive part of the brain, the survival system. So either fight or flight. So if the words you create and speak are negative or depressing, your brain will release chemicals which can damage your age your body. So what if we think something positive? My life is good. Chemistry changes. You get a little bump of dopamine. It gives a feeling of peace, contentment, even if you cheat on the body, even if you're not in a positive state, but you say, my life is great. You will have a bump of dopamine. It's just chemical. The body listens and the body hears what the words you're saying and responds with chemical reactions. So sometimes it's okay to cheat. Instead of saying that I'm feeling so depressed, say, I'm not feeling so great. It's a positive way of reframing the same situation. We'll talk about this a little bit later. I want you first to watch The Hidden Messages of Water by Emoto. I don't know if you know this Japanese researcher.
Dr. Emoto's laboratory does research on water samples which are subjected to various forms of outside influence. The impressions made upon the water are recorded by swiftly freezing it in a cryogenic chamber. Somebody said, "Thank you to this water." "Excuse me." "You disgust me." Let us see how this type of water affects human blood. The doctor is drawing blood from a patient's finger. Using a special microscope, we are able to see the condition of her body from this drop.
These are red blood cells all stuck together in a formation called a rouleau. Here's a huge symplast. Symplasts are associated with heart disease and arthritis and lung disease and many other conditions that could be coming in the future.
The doctor asks the patient to drink a small amount of structurized water. After 12 minutes, the doctor again draws blood from the patient and studies it.
So you can see that the cells then become buoyant, they become slippery, and they have their electrical charge, so they repel each other. That allows them to carry oxygen, and it means that we're changing the pH of the blood back to an aerobic environment rather than an anaerobic environment. I think that's utterly amazing that just drinking water could do that.
Dr. Emoto has conducted another interesting experiment. He placed rice into 3 glass beakers and covered it with water. And then every day for a month, he said, "Thank you" to one beaker, "You're an idiot" to the second, and the third one he completely ignored. After 1 month, the rice that had been thanked began to ferment, giving off a strong, pleasant aroma. The rice in the second beaker turned black, and the rice that was ignored began to rot. Dr. Emoto thinks that this experiment provides an important lesson, especially.
So this is it for the video, but please do try the rice experiment at home. I've done it and the results are really incredible. And especially if you have young kids, it's a good way to teach them about bullying and really be kind with their words around their friends. And it's a good reminder to see that 70% of the human body is actually water. So according to the Journal of Biological Chemistry, the brain and heart are composed of 73% water, the lungs 83%, the skin 64%, and the kidneys 79%. And even the bones are watery, 31%. So imagine the impact of your words at a chemical level on the body. One thing as well, that's very powerful. If you believe you're going to die, you can die from your belief because of the power of words and how the body responds to hearing words and thinking about words. Not only doesn't need to be, it's thoughts and words spoken or the intention of the words. So be careful what you think about and choose your word really wisely. And you know that people will often develop physical symptoms which reflect their subconscious language. I can't see, I'm sick and tired of, I'm pissed off. So imagine what kind of symptoms might these people develop with these phrases for years and years to develop. So for example, if somebody say I cannot see, he might be losing sight as time goes by. It could be metaphysically and then it transforms to physically. So really, really look after the words that you speak. So we know one person, like she lost her voice every time she used to gossip. And it's really, it's related, you know, because of negativity, like too much negativity coming from the throat and the mouth. It affects also the organs that are related to that. My teacher's niece, she always spoke about, she had a story with fissures. And when we looked at her language, she constantly used to say pain in the butt, pain in the butt. Sorry for the word. And then she had that pain because it's related to her speech. The words create the label. My belief is the biggest power that we have is our words. The words create the label creates the experience. So check the experience you have right now in your life, and maybe it's time to pay attention. I'm going to show you another video, and then you see it's not only you who affect your brain chemistry with your choice of words, but also the words and thoughts of others. See that example.
Whoa, this guy's got game. He made a whopping 9 shots from the line. Think there's anything we could do to make him worse?
Okay, so let's have you take 1 shot, all right? You think you can do it, guys? All right, Josh, let's give it a shot. 3, 2, 1. Not quite, but it's all right. Let's let him try a second time. It's a tough one. All right. Let's give it a shot, Josh. Hey. All right. Well, look, the man is blind. Okay. Let's try to take off the blindfold. So listen, it wasn't as easy as we thought, but let's have you do your 10 throws again without the blindfold.
Okay.
Just do your thing. 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10.
Okay. All right, let's see.
You guys got his A game on? Come on, Josh. Whoa. Josh, you got this, man. You got this. All right, that's 2.
Remember, this guy made 9 free throws earlier, but now it looks like the crowd's negative reinforcement is throwing him off his game.
So honestly, like, he has been seriously challenged by negative reinforcement of the audience. So how can you keep your positive state intact when you get showered with negative energy? And the next thing we're going to learn is that you create your own limitations. We're going to reach to how you can sort out your language. We'll get to that. But we need to do a few things before. So here's an appetizer of how you can control and change your state with word power. Please stand up. I know you're at home, maybe, or I don't know where you're going to be watching this video, maybe in the conference. But please stand up wherever you are. Put your feet together. Lock your waist. Thumb straight in front of your face, like that. And start turning. And stop exactly where it starts to get challenging and painful for your body. This experiment, Tony Robbins does it on stage as well. So put a mark on where you reach. So if you turn, just put a mark where you reach, the furthest that you can reach without feeling the pain. Now come back to the center, and I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself doing the same exercise, but now without moving. So just stay still where you are, and without moving, just imagine yourself going twice as far. Go back to the center with your eyes closed. I want you now to imagine yourself going 3 times as far. Come back to the center. And now you're gonna go 4 times as far, even like beyond limits. And you're gonna repeat when you come back to the center with your eyes closed. I'm super, super flexible. I can go as far as I want. I'm super, super flexible. My upper torso can rotate as far as I want. Come back to the center. You are in the center. Okay, open your eyes now. What are you noticing? So we just spoke about it. Now we're gonna do the actual experiment. Again, with your eyes open and turn. So in your mind, it was easy to do it, to imagine yourself. Now I want you to really do it with your physical body again. And go all the way. And then see where you reach. Something changed, right? So the words you speak affect you at chemical and structural level, allowing you to go beyond what you thought was your limit. And that is just an experiment that we did for, I don't know, the last 45 seconds, not even. So imagine the constant positive reinforcement and the choice of word that is from positive nature, how it can break your own limitation and open up channels for you that you never thought was possible. And world-class athletes know that the body can do what the mind commands. I'm going to repeat. The body can do what the mind commands. They use the power of affirmations. Power of affirmations, you can Google them, by the way. You can YouTube them and you can listen to them. And they go about something like that. I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm mighty, my mind is strong, my body is strong, I build muscle easily. The sports come natural to me, I'm fast, I have a heart of a champion, etc., etc. And this, some of them like listen to it constantly when they're exercising, even when they're doing like after a state of meditation, they listen to that. So it really anchors that message in the body. So Tony Robbins talk about certainty. The greatest athletes are certain when they were about to make that kick. You can feel it in them. Certainty causes us to execute. Uncertainty causes us to try. And when we say, I tried, but I didn't work, no, you didn't work on it. And try means try to fail. Roger Bannister, the athlete who ran the 4-minute mile in less than 4 minutes, imagined breaking it. He didn't train more. He was working as a junior doctor at that time. And just like athletes put themselves in a state, you have to put yourself in a state to manifest what you desire. Now, shake your body, massage your lymph, move your blood, and use the power of affirmation. Daily affirmation, reprogram your mind. Repeat and feel the words as you're saying them. And then watch the difference. Are you controlling your mind? Or is it your mind controlling you? The words you speak, the words you hear affect your state. And it's the state that your mind and body are in that will either allow you to move forward and take actions or stay still and passive. Take the driver's seat in your office or sit at the back. So which state are you operating from today? Please don't mix your words with your mood. You can trick your mind with your words and change your state, but you can't unspeak what you put out there as a thought. And thoughts and words have power. You see, the equation is simple. E plus R equal O. Event plus reaction equal outcome. You can't affect the event. It will be crazy to think that you can affect the weather, others, the traffic, change people. The only thing you can affect is your reaction to that event. And that's what my teacher taught me. And it's coming from coaching and from years of studies in that field. And so only when you change your reaction to the event, the outcome will change. Let's take the pouring rain, for example. Why don't we say, let's bring an umbrella as a reaction and change the outcome? How many of us dwell on the past and keep repeating to themselves, if I only said yes to that job offer, if only my father allowed me to study abroad? How many of us blame others on their misfortune? So let's be aware and let's take responsibility. And it takes courage and firm resolution to grow out of negativity. It takes courage to choose positivity and to take responsibility of our life. We claim we are creative people and we are in the creative business and the communication business. Are we really being creative when it comes to our own lives, or are we just reactive? So how can we move from frustration, blockage, defeat, victim, being reactive, to a state of fascination, positive movement, success, being a victor instead of a victim, and being creative instead of reactive? Change your words, change your world. It's time we master our words. Change your state and positively change our world. How can we speak more powerfully and reshape our reality and our experiences to become what we really want? One technique we can use is the reframing. Very simple. The brain appears to hear the last part of the phrase. So when you're speaking, the brain focuses on the last part of the phrase of the word that you speak. So we can use that to our advantage. It's not only about applying the philosophy of the glass half empty or half full. The change, as you saw before, is physiological. In kinesiology, where I studied, we offer some example. We replace, for example, difficult. So we replace in kinesiology, it's difficult with, 1 second, I'm gonna restart because it's not playing. Okay, okay. So in kinesiology, we replace it's difficult with it's not so simple, bad with not so good, hard with not so easy. I've had a rotten day. So if you hear someone come to you and say, I've had a rotten day, don't feed back to them on the negative words that they're using. Reframe it. Say, oh, so I hear your day wasn't as positive. So this is positive feedback. So you're transforming their energy without them knowing. And the more they dwell on the subject, you keep reframing, and they will grow out of it faster than feeding the negativity they came with. So let's say, so today hasn't been your best day. So look at the choice of word. Instead of saying, I've had a rotten day today, so them saying, I've had a rotten day today, and me saying, yes, it's so bad, I hate my life, I wish I could jump off the window. You just tell them, so today hasn't been your best day. So means that usually you have the best days ever. And this is where you can also learn the best ever shortcut. We have the opportunity to assist ourselves in having best evers. My pain might be excruciating. It's the best ever pain I've had. An excruciating pain makes me a victim, but a really powerful pain makes me a victor. Okay? So make a positive impression as a professional. So we're all in the communication business, and now it's it's always have been our responsibility to create change, impactful change in the world. And more so now, because you know the power of words, you need to make a positive impression in your professions. It's a responsibility. You cannot allow negative message to go out there. So look at, for example, this for the sake of the example. When you receive a government memo that says, we regret to inform you, and how many times we heard, we regret to inform you that we cannot process your application to register your business name since you have neglected to provide sufficient information. Please complete all sections of the attached form and return it to us. It's quite like negative feel when you read that. You automatically are in a state of, oh my God, what have I done? Why am I being blamed so much? So we regret, it has like a depressing tonality. We cannot, it's a roadblock. Please complete all sections. There's a judging that I didn't fill all my sections. I neglected. You're blaming me? So there's a lot of, it's amplified with negativity. We can translate the same information, but using a much more positive word. So we need to understand that the guy who's asking help has a new business. So his mindset is that of a celebratory mindset. So how about we tell him and we acknowledge his effort by telling him first, congratulations on your new business. To register your business name, we need some additional information. If you return the attached form with highlighted areas filled in, so I give him help. So I did my bit, I highlighted something for him and I send it back. I didn't put him in a state where you didn't complete, so I'm gonna go back to that, all sections of the attached and you need to return it to us. No, I offered help. So in this new rewritten one, I said, if you return the attached form with highlighted areas filled in, we will be able to send you your business registration certificate within 2 weeks. We wish you success in your new endeavor. So I showed excitement, I showed an attitude to help, I gave him a time frame, I didn't leave him with open-ended, in an open-ended state, and I wished him a good luck. When you are in brainstorming, especially creative, please replace the no but with yes and. You might have heard it, but it's really crucial. You don't want to give your peers roadblocks every time they are about to say an idea and try to find the holes. There is a section in the creative brainstorming that is the creative phase. All ideas are allowed. Write down everything and put a pin on it. We don't need to discuss it and find the holes yet. So in that section, everything is allowed. Go crazy wild as you want. Then go to the evaluation phase, start voting, do it the way you want, and then choose the best options and implement the solutions. And this is crucial to allow creativity to flourish and to allow people to build on each other's idea, because innovation will come in that way, where there is an open flow. No one is cutting, because you don't know if after that first idea that you thought is not great, there's another flow that is coming that is exactly what you were looking for. So just allow the creative phase to just be smooth and have an attitude of tolerance and loving kindness during that stage without a lot of overanalyzation. Languages to avoid. I'm afraid that, I'm sick and tired of, I can't handle, this is a pain in the neck, I can't see, I can't stand, I can't bear, I should. Please stop shooting on yourself. And this is also from Tony Robbins. You can watch a lot of videos from Tony Robbins about how you change your state and prime yourself. And please, I urge you to do so. Also, can't, might, should, ought, hope, have to, try. Try means fail. Have to, who obliged you? It's a choice. It's either a want. No one have to do anything. No one should. So it's a decision. So are you coming from victim, I should, or are you coming from victor, I want, I choose to? Create the better label. Say what you want, not what you don't want. Expand your vocabulary and use life-enhancing words. Use positive reframing. Use affirmations instead of negations. So how do we bring real change with our messages, not only with the trophies that we win? I'm going to show you a couple of ads reframing. So here, this is where, like, really you start understanding that when you say to the body, lose weight, the body reaction, I don't want to lose anything, guys. I'm fine. I don't want anything to lose. The body cannot tolerate that you tell him lose weight. But if you tell him by being more fit, you can run, or you can carry your kids, or you can, I don't know, have a better intimate relationship, etc., it might help that person make the step towards change. But lose weight, the body hears it, doesn't want. It stimulates a craving center at the back of the head and is like, no, 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 not working. I'm not losing, I'm not giving you anything. Stop smoking, even worse. Adopt a healthier lifestyle, maybe. I only inhale what's healthy for my lungs, maybe. But stop smoking, when you say that, doesn't work. Run, bake, cycle with breast cancer now, seriously. Can you read it again? Run, bake, cycle with breast cancer. So it's like we're building a movement for breast cancer, not for a healthy breast. It's really it makes a difference when we choose the right words. Don't drink and drive. All the body is hearing, by the way, is drink and drive. The mind, and you can read about it, cannot register the not to, don't. Doesn't work. Like the don't think of the pink elephant. Did it work out with you? As Mother Teresa says, I will never attend an anti-war rally. If you invite me for a peace rally, so if you have a peace rally, invite me. Please ponder on such a quote, because it's really powerful and true. Don't text and drive. Well, how about we just change it to keep your eyes on the road at all times? It's not only about texting and driving. As far as I'm concerned, there's lipstick in the middle of the highway. There's so many other stuff. When you say keep your eyes on the road at all times, that's it. You gave a single action, that is keep your eyes on the road, not other activities that you shouldn't do. So when you say you shouldn't do, you start thinking of doing them. So here there was a drunk driving can be, it's covering my screen, sorry, can be fun. When I start looking yummy to you, it's time to call Toot and Scoot, just for the sake of the example, but there's other way also to raise awareness instead of just saying don't drink and drive using negativity. So instead of saying run with breast cancer, just say run for the cure. Yes, you can run for the cure, but don't run for a disease. So if you look at all of these, which one you think works best? Breathe freely, yes. Task force for lung health, yes. No smoking day doesn't work. Don't puff, doesn't work. Don't kill yourself, doesn't work. Here also, what to eat, when. It's good. It's a good title. You get the idea. And this has been like a passion for me to work on reframings and ads. So if you want, I'm not gonna play them because we don't have time in the session, but you can Google the Wall of Music. You can Google as well Maltesers. You can check it out, it's here anyway. So just playing in a humoristic way with positive reframing. And this one was female genital mutilation for 50-50. And it's also using positive reframing and moving from inhumane, for example, to humane with the stitching words in and unstitching them out to reveal the positive word. And finally, this is the positive manifesto I'd like to leave you with. My words are my power. They nurture and enrich others to grow. They create a positive impact. They bring real change in people's lives. They are creative, they are empowering, they are healing, they are positive. They plant the right seed. They are seeds of positivity. Let's become positive seeds. And this is my wish. And I'm gonna keep working on that life goal to help spread positivity and help people plant positive seeds wherever they go. And this is me, Marie-Claire Maalouf. I'm a kinesiologist, and hope you enjoyed my session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Marie-Claire, for your amazing session.